Okay.
Hi, I'm Shing.
And I'm Justin.
I'm a fourth year at UCI. I've been an AD for about 2 years now, and I'm a chemistry major and a biology minor.
And I'm Justin. I'm a third year. I am currently a human biology major. And I've been a part of AED for also 2 years, a part of the same class, Gamma Kappa. And I am on the
We're
pre-med
both
route.
pre-med.
Yes.
um, this video is going to basically be about how we met and some advice that we have for you guys, especially during COVID. So keep listening to
Yes.
find out.
Yeah.
So the day that he asked me out, it was actually a super random day, and I woke up for class one morning, and then I told him that I was gonna leave soon, and then he said, "Don't go to school today. Just get ready. I'm gonna take you out on a date." And it was very surprising. Go ahead. You can talk about your planning.
So my plan was to take us to Salt Creek Beach in Dana Point, and we would just spend the day together. We would I would just take her there, and we would. Yeah. So what happened that day was that before, maybe like a day ago, I told my P bro Fee that hey, I want to ask Shing this day. Can you help me like prepare? And he was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I got you, and he basically took it into his own hands, and I didn't even know what he planned. So
Shout out to Fee.
yeah, he kept it a surprise until the end. So basically, the day starts off. We get Jollibee because she never had it before, and then we had our own special place, our secret spot, and it's at Salt Creek Beach in Dana Point.
It's not a secret anymore.
Well, it's our place.
Okay.
And we basically after Jollibee, I basically blindfolded her, kidnapped her, took her all the way to Salt Creek Beach, and we walked around the beach until uh, it was sunset, and I was very, very romantic. I hope. I was really nervous. So I asked her out, and thank God she said yes. And then I think Fee texted me, and he was just like, "Okay, everything's ready." I was like, "Oh sh." And then we made our way back. It was like a 30-minute drive, and then we got back to the house, and then it was really dark. There was like no noise.
You didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on because Fee planned the whole thing. And then the house was quiet. No one was there. I was expecting like people to like show up.
Like a surprise party.
Yeah, like a surprise, like surprise, but it never happened.
It was dark, and there was just this faint music in the background. And after we followed the music, followed the rose petals into the master bedroom, Fee and our friends had this whole setup for us.
Yeah, it was like super romantic. There were candles everywhere, and then the roses were like on my bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shaped like a heart. And then there was like a little stuffed like koala bear.
I think
Yeah,
so.
it was like a little
We'll find
stuffed
out.
koala
Insert
bear.
clip here.
Yeah, insert the
Probably
clip.
not a koala bear.
And then yeah, like I think they thought I was gonna ask her out there, but I already asked her out at the beach, so I asked her out a second time.
There was a secret recording. We didn't know it was there, but all of our friends were hiding in the closet, and so they
Yeah.
captured every like moment when we walked in and my reaction to everything. Yeah, and it was super romantic. It was nice.
Yeah, that's
You can
it.
talk about the day, why
Oh.
you chose that day.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Okay, so it wasn't a random day actually. The reason why I asked her out November 25th because November is the 11th month, and 11 is my favorite number. And
25 is my
25th
favorite
is
number.
her favorite
I don't
number.
think we have to include that.
That's a fun fact.
Fun fact.
But yeah, that's how we started.
Hey guys, thank
Hi.
you so much for
Hello,
coming.
hello.
Thanks for having us.
How have you guys been in quarantine?
Uh, it's kind of rough, but
It's rough because we had summer school, but
Mhm.
we only had like 3 weeks of summer, so it's been fun for the past few weeks.
We
Yeah.
got 1 week left.
Yeah.
Not
I start
even.
school like tomorrow. Okay, so let's just get right into it then. So, can you tell us how you guys met?
Ooh.
Well, I first saw her at barbecue night,
I didn't even see him.
but she didn't even see me. But I was too shy to say hi, so.
But we first actually like introduced ourselves at our mixer, the Rush mixer, and he came up to me.
I said hi, and then she was like,
Who are you?
"What's your name?"
Yeah,
I was like,
him.
"My name's Justin," and then I went off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much it for the first night.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cute. I don't think I remember like how I met a lot of the people in my class. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a
Can't
lot.
believe it.
Yeah, so what was your like first impression of him?
Do you want to go first?
I just thought she was like very friendly, and obviously I thought she was cute.
Obviously.
Obviously.
For me, when I saw him, I thought he was super funny and he had a really good sense of style. He used to look like a hipster with those clear
Oh,
glasses.
Remember the clear glasses? Oh my god, I totally forgot.
You should have brought them so we could, do throwbacks.
No.
Never.
This is a fun question. Okay. So, when did you guys realize that you wanted to be more than friends?
Well, we're P-Sibs. He's my P-bro. So during pledging, we never
P-Sibs.
really like saw each other in that way. But I guess after pledging, during like around spring quarter, we started hanging out a lot as a class. We studied, we ate together, we partied. And I don't know, later on in the summer we started hanging out one-on-one, and then I think that's just when we knew that we had a lot in common.
Oh,
Go ahead.
so
I
cute.
remember those nights. I was there. The
Yeah.
study.
Oh yeah.
It was like 4
We were
a.m.
all
till,
studying
like,
all the
To me
time.
first, so.
Okay, yeah.
It was more
I
like
did.
watching Empire till 4 a.m. And oh my god, we
Yeah.
studied so
Oh yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
I love Empire if you guys have not watched it yet.
Yeah, so just a clarification, like pledging is when, you first get into the org and you kind of learn everything about what we do for community service, our active meetings, which is when we get a professional to come talk, and it's just like a jam-packed quarter where we want the new members to come to everything and kind of get a feel of what AED is to see if, it's really for them and if it's something they want to dedicate themselves. So something actually really interesting about you guys' relationship is that you guys are both pre-med, which I think is kind of rare. So
Yes.
So how does that like deeper insight into your career path and like everyday life, I guess, add to your relationship?
Well, since we're both pre-med, we basically take like the same classes and stuff. And when we have a hard time understanding like a concept, we usually try to teach each other, and that helps
Who
us
really
like.
teaches each other? Sorry.
I'm a year older,
Just
so.
teacher, student.
Yeah, so I learn a lot from her. But yeah, she helps like clarify things when I don't understand, and hopefully sometimes I do as well.
Being pre-med, like obviously it's very competitive, but for us we don't really see ourselves as competing against each other. We're just more motivating each other
Yeah.
to do well.
Like when we were in quarantine, I would always see her like on her desk. I'm just like, oh man, I gotta
You should do some work
I
too.
gotta do some work too. She is such a hard worker.
That's great. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of like the people in our circle, at least. Like it's a lot more motivation than competition.
Yeah.
I think it really sucks though. It's like it's so hard. Why are you trying to put others down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like why do you have to succeed and then other people have to?
Fail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
That's how I feel in bio classes all the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're so
The
mean.
curves.
Those
They,
things are
they're
so
just like,
mean.
oh, I probably did above the curve.
I know. Always, I'm like, ooh, I hope I'm not average.
Alright, following up on that question, what would you two say some of the drawbacks are of having a similar career path?
We would say definitely when we do go into med school, we will probably have to do long distance, and that would definitely be tough on us.
Yeah, and another thing is that like we're both really family oriented, so like if we do become doctors and stuff like in the future, it's gonna be really tough for us to like have time to have a family and
Have
stuff
kids,
like that.
have yeah.
Oh my
have
God,
have
this is in the
family.
future. Oh my
This
God,
is
get
Yeah,
but
it.
but
this
this
is
is
future
this is
stuff.
future problems.
We
Whatever.
don't really think about it that much, but obviously that's something that everyone thinks about if they're going
Mhm.
into the healthcare field. But yeah, that's mainly our problems that we think of. We do hope to go to Texas together because we hear a lot of great things about Texas.
Everyone's
Represent.
moving to Texas right now, actually.
Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
heard. And I heard they have great medical schools.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if we both get accepted there, we can go to school together, and that'd be great.
With Kathy.
Yeah,
Yes, with me.
Kathy.
Yeah, so I'm from Texas and I'm a resident, so they like me. I hope. Oh my God, they're gonna watch this and be like, no. Just kidding. Yeah, that's great. Have you guys like studied for like MCAT or have plans for that? Cause that's gonna be it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm a fourth year, so obviously I have been thinking about it a lot. But I did decide that I will take 2 years off, so I will be taking the MCAT next year. You, on the other hand, studying so much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Makes me nervous.
But you know, it's something you have to go through.
Everyone has to.
So are you like doing 1 year?
I'm probably gonna do 1 year.
Okay, so you
So you
can
probably
take
take
it
it
together.
Yeah, at
Mhm.
the
Wait,
same
that's so
time.
great. That's so important.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
having someone to take it with you.
And to
Yeah.
study with and motivate you.
Yeah, yeah, that's so great.
I feel like it makes a huge difference if you're studying on your own.
Yeah, I would
whereas
not.
if you're with someone.
Oh my God, I sit in my room every day like, this is the last day I'm gonna be alive. Can I say that? I don't know, but it's true. Just kidding. So people usually say like, don't date in college or don't date within your organization. I don't know. They like say, I guess like that's your friends or something. Dude, I don't know. So what do you think causes that stigma? Like I hear it a lot. I don't know.
I think people say like don't date inside your org because they feel like if you do date and you guys do break up, you guys will like the dynamic will be like ruined and then like you're just like, oh man, like
Especially
This
since we're in the
person's
same
in this org.
class.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, and it just ruins like the friendship between the two people. But I feel like the only reason that stigma exists is because people think that they will break up. It's like
Yeah.
they're mainly focused on like they
It
won't.
won't happen. You know?
Not
They
being
won't last long.
optimistic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to definitely be optimistic, and if that's a reason to not be with someone, then like, I don't know, that's not good enough. And if like you'll know if once you meet someone, because like I could have met him somewhere else and I still would have wanted to be with him.
We saw each other at
funny
GMT.
story. We actually before we were in AD, we were both kind of like not really active members of GMT, and we actually met each other there.
Mhm.
Technically,
What
GMT.
is GMT?
It-
Global
the-
medical training.
Oh no no!
Oh.
It's
Okay, I was
vitamin
thinking my
store.
research was like that does not make sense.
The other organization.
How often did y'all go? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Did y'all know that? Like,
No.
Did y'all
We
realize that?
didn't. Yeah. We found out when we were just like,
Talking about what we did before
Mhm.
AD, and then
Oh.
yeah, we mentioned like this meeting we went to, and
oh
we're like,
yeah,
no way.
we sat in a circle. Like, oh, which circle did you face? Like,
Yeah, no, we were all separated into like 5 different groups and sitting in circles, and we were apparently in the same group, sitting next to each other. We didn't know that.
Small world.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Nice.
that's good advice, though. Yeah, I feel like that is a big thing. They're like, ooh, they're gonna break up. Oh, I feel like people talk too.
Yeah,
People
People
talk.
people
childish.
be talking.
You're just some good friends, man.
Mhm.
So, I feel like this was more like 2012 era, but the joke on YouTube and all the memes were like, oh, Asian parents don't want you to date until you're done with school. But then they're like, why aren't you married? You know, get married before 25.
yeah, traditional AZN household.
Yeah, the AZN
Oh, yeah.
time on AIM. We act like we were like on AIM.
Yeah, we
we were like in middle school, but that was something. So is your families like that or? Well, I don't think obviously not, but tell me about it.
Mine personally, we I guess we do have like traditional values, more so of the like, oh, don't date while you're in school. I'm not really sure about the marrying one like right after school. My parents have never talked about that with me, but yeah, they definitely don't want me to be dating, but they do know about him, which is
Oh,
good.
your papa
Whoa.
doesn't want you dating.
Well, my mom doesn't.
So-
Oh,
She just deals with
oh, I
did
didn't.
not know
Oh, I
that.
didn't
He doesn't even
know.
know.
I didn't know.
But he's met my
We're all
parents
learning
before,
something.
Yeah, and then it's been good so far.
Mhm.
They like him.
So do they think Justin's just your friend, or
Oh,
I
most
mean,
definitely
I
not.
think sometimes
no.
pass them off as like a friend.
I used to like in the beginning, but like parents know everything. Even if they don't admit it, they know.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like I'm 21 years old, so I'm like, yeah, I have a boyfriend, and I don't know. I think they just eventually became okay with it.
Mhm.
Yeah. What about you?
When I was like maybe like a sophomore in high school, my dad was just like, you know what, you can do whatever you want, just make sure you get good grades. And I was just like,
It's
you know
because
what,
he's
why
a
not?
boy.
Yeah.
He's the
That's
son.
true. It's so
Daughters are
different.
treated so
Are you
differently.
being sexist right now?
Are they? Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
That is so true, though. It makes a huge difference. I have
Mhm.
3 brothers, and their lives are completely different from mine.
Yes, it's so unfair.
Oh, and you have a lot of brothers too.
I do.
So
Yeah.
you can totally relate.
But now your parents. Yeah.
Oh, they love you. They love you more than me.
Yeah, I feel like she's always at your house.
Yeah.
Like, you guys were cooking the other day.
Yeah, we cooked
I
for his
stalk.
parents.
That's cute.
It was
That's
a nice
so cute.
day.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any advice for like Asian kids that parents might tell them that? Like, oh, don't date.
Oh yeah. Well, obviously we're not here to tell you to not follow your parents' rules.
Oh, yeah.
That's very important. But I believe that you know what's best for you. You know what you are capable of, and if you think being in a relationship during college is good for you, then do it. Because for me, I really need a support system, especially since college is very emotionally and mentally tiring. So he's there to motivate me, and honestly, I've been getting the best grades I've ever had during my college career while I was with him. So I think that
What
says
can
a
I
lot.
say, B?
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I would say go for it if you believe that's what is good for you. Obviously, if you don't think you have time or you can't manage your time, then prioritize what is most important to you. But obviously, school comes first. Yeah.
Yeah, like your parents aren't saying that for no reason.
Yeah.
I think it comes from a good place, but if it's
Yeah.
like causing you all the butt heads, man, this is family drama. I don't know about that.
One advice I would have is just make sure you balance your family and also your relationship. Like, you have to prioritize which is more important to you, or like at least make sure. Like for me, I have like a family night every Saturdays with my family, and then there I introduced like my girlfriend, and now there she's like also part of the family. So then now family
too.
and relationships are one in one.
That's great.
What would you two say are some difficulties that have arisen due to this pandemic?
Number one difficulty is long distance, probably again, but it's I guess it's good because it gives us kind of an insight on how it would be in the future if when we do go to medical school.
Yeah.
But even though we don't live that far apart, like a little over an hour, it's still something. So it's something to get used to. Like we used to live together for a little bit at my apartment before COVID hit, and I think it taught us a lot about how to deal with COVID together and how to deal with it apart.
Interesting.
Yeah, so since we were able to like be in quarantine together and apart, I feel like it gave us like different perspectives on our like how relationships can function. So like when we were together, it was nice, but it was also kind of hard at times because it was always the same thing day in and day out. We would wake up, study, go to sleep, maybe play some Animal Crossing.
I like too.
Yeah.
It would be very routine, and for
And
me, I like going out and like doing new things.
I feel like for a lot of new relationships, like you want to like experience new things together, and like if like it just gets repetitive and boring, you kind of like lose that like passion. But I mean, like for us, we viewed it as more like, oh, this might be our lives like later on, you know, not like.
Y'all think a lot.
So boring.
Yeah, so if you're bored
That's so good,
already,
though.
like that's already a red flag.
That is so true. If you're thinking that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's great because I honestly thought that quarantine would make relationships so difficult, but I've noticed a lot of my friends, like you guys, have been doing so well. And now we know you guys have that positive mindset.
Mm.
I need that positive mindset.
I have not much to say because I'm not in a relationship, but I'm just listening, very interested. Maybe for the next pandemic, I have some advice. Some other people in relationships actually are going through issues, and I feel like here and there, like you hear about it. So do you have any advice for them, like, you know, with the struggles you guys face, how you would advise them to kind of get through that? If that makes sense.
I have no idea what to say for this.
I'll keep that. So I think that every relationship is different, and we're not like relationship therapists, but I do know couples that that say, hey, like, I'm gonna be busy for the next few days studying for exams, so I'm not gonna be able to talk as much, and then they're able to work it out, and that's totally fine, like, as long as you communicate with each other, like, what you guys need, what you want. But for us, like, we both really like attention, and so even if we are busy, even if we're buried in studying, we'll always make sure to have, like, FaceTime on the side, just so we have each other's company, or we'll text each other. And even during, like, it's important to have study breaks, and if you have study breaks together, we like to watch Netflix or play Animal Crossing. But yeah, it's just all about communicating with each other because it depends on the relationship.
So, what do you guys watch on Netflix?
Right now we're watching Itaewon Class. It's a Korean drama.
Highly recommend. We also really like to watch reality TV shows.
Love
like
reality TV
Keeping
shows.
Up
Love
with
and
the
Hip Hop.
Kardashians.
And like Too Hot to Handle.
Like,
It makes us feel better about our relationship.
Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Variety.
That's on Netflix? I mean, they have reality shows on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. We've been watching Desperate Housewives on
Oh,
Albertulu.
I heard that's good.
Dude, it's so good. You guys
It's
should watch
so
it. I think you would
dramatic.
really
Oh
like
my
it for some
goodness.
reason.
It's like
I think you would like it.
What is it about? What is it about?
It's about like 4 ladies that are like, I don't know, it's like they were killing people and like, I don't know.
Oh, he'll love
so
that.
Sounds
dramatic.
amazing.
It's like mundane housewives that do crazy things in their lives.
And you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
predict anything, which is what I feel like we're just
Oh,
advertising
wait.
for TV shows. But
I love
He's-
predicting
He's
stuff.
so good at predicting. He'll always
That's
spoil
annoying.
something in the middle. Yeah, while we're watching it.
Just like,
so
this is gonna happen.
Maybe he won't.
Dude,
be
it's
able
so typical. You can just
wait, I
see it a mile
love
away.
when predicting things too. but
Yeah.
With this show, I'm always wrong.
She
Gosh.
keeps asking me, I'm like, bro, that's, I don't know. Okay, well, thank you guys for coming. That was so great.
Thank you
Yes.
We
guys.
love
Great
hearing your
questions.
great words of wisdom.
Do you guys have anything else to say? Anything to plug? If you want to plug anything.
Your Animal Crossing.
Rush AD.
Rush
Oh.
AD.
Rush AD.
Yeah.
You can find your future significant other.
There's actually been a lot of
Oh, there's a lot.
successful
lot of
couples,
couples.
like 1 per year or 1 per 2 years. I
Yeah.
would say.
You
Yeah.
can be that one per 2 years.
1 per 2 years.
But
I
don't
think
be
that's a
coming
good
here all
ratio.
thirsty.
Yeah.
Scary. Oh my goodness.
Alright, guys. Bye.
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 Ready? Cheers.
Cheers.